Good morning and welcome into my shop in Bandera, Texas. My name is Mickey Adams. I am head of artist relations for MSA Pedal Steel Guitars. You are looking at MSA's brand new Legend XL Signature Series pedal steel guitar. This is my personal guitar, which of course is a double 10. It is equipped with Alumitone pickups, Spurzell tuners. It is sporting an L-fret lighted fretboard as well as an aura system which lights the undercarriage of the guitar in blue light. And we are here to introduce you to all of the features of this great new guitar. But before we actually get into all the little details, let's just take a look at the workmanship that goes into every single MSA guitar. This is going to be our first stop, of course, when we open up the case and we attach the front legs to the guitar. And then we're going to, of course, attach the pedal bar. This is the pedal bar attach point right here. Now the pedal bar will actually fit into this leg snugly due to its design. It has a channel here and the pedal bar fits firmly into this. And then we have this, the over center mechanism. Just as simple as it can be. We have two moving parts. We have a roller here and we have the over center mechanism itself, and it basically just springs into place like this. No more sliding pedal bar. The pedal bar is rigid and it is held firmly in place. The pedal bar is also machined for this attach point for a permanent installation of a pedal or volume pedal attach point. This particular bracket is made for my Telonics pedal, and it sports a pin which has a ball bearing which is spring loaded, and it fits snugly and precisely like everything else on this guitar. This is the machining for pedal number 10. My guitar is equipped with 8 pedals, so I have an open slot here and an open one at number 1, and my 8 pedals are all in the middle. The next stop is going to be the pedal rod attach point. The pedal rods are all the same length. The pedal rods are actually made out of titanium. We do this to save weight, of course. We have a standard swivel on the top up here where we connected the pedal, but down here what we've done is we've machined out the top of the connector so the pedal rod will swivel. So it can actually be attached like this from any angle as we're setting the guitar up. And then of course, since it swivels, we just lift the pedal and attach the linkage at the other end. And the pedal height is actually set with this knurled knob, which is directly linked to the linkage and then tied to the cross shaft. So what we're doing is changing the position of this knurled knob and therefore the position of the pedal. So therefore, all the pedal rods are exactly the same length. No more numbers. So we have two innovations right there before we've even turned the guitar right side up. We have a pedal bar that doesn't move, and we don't have to have numbered pedal rods anymore. A very nice touch. Now, this is the front apron support bar, and basically all of the cross shafts are mounted into this. And you can see the access point here for the height adjustment knurled knob would go through this hole and attach to the linkage. But this hole, or this tap right here, is for the set screw, which determines the travel limits on our pedal. So what they did was they took this knurled knob and they drilled 4 holes in it, so we only have to move it no more than about 45 degrees of rotation. And one of the holes here will line up with this hole if we need to change our pedal travel. So they make things so much easier to work on. Let's now move to the underside of the headstock, and one of the first things that we notice is the L-ion battery pack for the LEDs in the aura light system, which bathe the undercarriage in a soft blue LED glow. It also powers the L-fret system, and you can see the wiring for the L-frets very neatly attached to the body here. Also, this is an exquisite piece of quilted maple that was picked for this body by Mark Giles, our master craftsman. The growth rings are approximately 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch at the most. This denotes an extremely dense and stable piece of wood. As long as it's properly kiln dried and cared for, we should have an absolute tone monster on our hands, and that's exactly what I've got. The shafts are actually tapped with a hole in the end. They have a plunger and a spring inside. So a shaft can actually be removed simply by popping the Delrin spacer off, compressing the shaft, and then moving it sideways, and of course pulling it out of the undercarriage. It can be moved to another location. The guitar is capable of 10 pedals and 10 levers. Also, you can see the titanium rods here, the connections between my my reversing mechanisms here are all titanium, as well as the pull rods, of course. And that's about it for the headstock. I think it's time for us to turn her over and plug her in and begin making some noise. What do you think? This is the business end of my Legend XL, and I must say, if there's any image on this video that will show the care, the quality, and the workmanship that goes into every single MSA guitar, this is it right here. The changer is all pull. It has quad raise and triple lower functionality. The split screws are basically right here, this row right here. Notice also, no sharp edges. Everything is rounded. This is very time-consuming work. Everything is ergonomically designed to not only be beautiful, but aesthetically appealing, but smooth to the touch, no sharp edges. It has fingerprints. I'm sure Kyle will have a heyday with that. Truth of the matter is, I can't keep my hands off of this guitar, so I apologize for the fingerprints up front, Kyle. Also, the changer assembly itself, the roller heads are actually of compound radius. So if you think about introducing a compound radius equation into the changer finger, well, it would actually be possible for you to design the radius of each individual roller head to where strings would actually pull at the same time. So an 014 gauge and an 026 or 28, or that were both tuned to E, could actually be tuned to pull at exactly the same ratio. The changer finger would bear the difference in the required travel length. Now that's something that may happen down the road. We talked about that. But we're always talking about improving things at MSA. We're accepting input from you on a regular basis, and the more guitars that we get out there, the more input we're going to get, the more feedback, and you're going to see changes incorporated in the guitar. For instance, look at this. This is a guide hole basically for you to put the ball down in. And it'll guide the ball directly into the slot for the roller head. In the same sense, if you break a string, the ball will sit harmlessly in this little bowl right here until you're ready to go with your pliers and pull it out. This is an Alumatone pickup, and I don't mind telling you that I'm having a heyday with the pickup system on this guitar, because when I left the factory, I thought, I just leave the Alumatones in here. I'm good with these. I really like the way they sound. But then I got home and I played the 409 and I played the 10-1. And the 10-1 really surprised me. A lot of bite. You get to hear all this because I'm going to do multiple videos with each one of the pickups and let you decide. The one thing that I'm not doing, of course, is using a digital audio workstation to enhance the sound in any way, shape, or form. You're basically hearing what the microphone in my camera sounds like, which of course is an electret microphone. So it's very sub-basic. I'm not altering this or trying to change the tone or hide anything, so to speak. So this is all, what you see is what you get. Okay guys, we're just about ready to go with the Alumatone. That's where we're going to start. But before I actually get into playing the phrase, let's take a listen to the bottom end. This of course is 6, 8, and 10, and then string 5. The volume pedal's stationary now. Let's take a listen to the 12th fret in comparison to the open strings. any decay there in tonal quality or volume. The alumitone pickup in my guitar is set at right about the width of 2.25 quarters. That's what I use actually to, it's probably 1/4 of an inch. So let's play the phrase, and we're going to do it in F. That is the alumitone. Now, let's go to the 10-1. Now watch just how fast. Pick up out, pick up in. Now I believe there's a slight height difference. We want to check that. Yes. And keep a little Phillips head screwdriver here. And we're going to lower the bass side down just a little bit. Looks like both sides. So there's a slight difference in the height between the pickups, but this is easily remedied. That's all we need. I'm beginning to really like this pickup. Fret again. Very nice balance. Very nice. I like the 10-1. I definitely like the 10-1. Okay, let's go to the Telonix 409. Okay, let me check our height. This pickup sits a little bit lower, so. Of course, this is real time, right? I'm changing pickups and changing the height adjustment in a matter of seconds. Okay, that looks suitable. You gotta admit, we have so many variables there. Oh, this is an entirely different ball of wax here. This has such a bell tone. It's got that Emmons kind of. First fret. That is beautiful. The 409 and the 10-1. Okay, they're neck and neck now. Let's see what else we got. 710. This has also been definitely one of my favorite pickups in the Zum. The height looks good. Think of all of the variables that we have here, guys. When I get these guitars to Steel Guitar Nashville, you're going to have one of almost every amplifier to play. I'll go through a list at the end, but then we have the Izzy, then we have the pickups, then we have the different woods, we have the different configurations. Now this is the 710, and this pickup actually is hotter than, not quite as glassy a high end and a totally different mid-range. Wow, the high end, I'm going to kill a little bit of the treble here. Okay. Moving right along. Yep, that was the 710. Oh, here we go. How about this, guys? Wallace True Tone. That little thin mount pickup sitting in there. I can tell you right now I'm going to have to raise this one up some. That's good. There we go. That's what it is. Definitely a change in output here too. I'm going to bump the master volume up just a little bit to compensate. Wow. I really like this one too. Totally different mid-range. I'm surprised actually that the highs aren't glassier in this 12 string. Excuse me, in this alumitone. That's not what I meant to say. It's glassier in the humbuckers than it is in the single coil. I'm rather surprised. Okay. And we're back to now we're to the old standby 705. Somebody actually mentioned to me that that's a really cool feature, but how many people are actually going to be swapping pickups on a regular basis? And the truth of the matter is that probably not many. We may have a couple of options, and that would be single coil versus humbucker, but having multiple humbuckers and multiple single coils would probably be overkill. But just the fact that we have the opportunity to do this is really unique. And okay, here we go. This is our old standby 705. Fret 1, 12th fret. Very nice. Actually, it's a little mellower than I expected. So it appears now we're getting higher end out of the 10-1 than we are out of anything else that we've tried so far. And here, of course, is the XR16. Any way you look at it, I think you'll probably agree with me that it seems that no matter what I put in here, they have an appealing sound. Oh, XR16 is even mellower again. Definitely less glassy in the high end. The mid-range is very robust. So let's go back to full standby. Absolutely awesome. What a day it's been. I've got to actually hear my own guitar in a third person while I'm editing my video and hearing myself play the same phrase over and over and over, critiquing myself. And I'm listening back through my speakers at what I hear just like you do. I like what I hear. Every pickup that I put in this thing sounds good. There's a reason for that, because the guitar sounds good. The pickup is the modus, you know, to get the signal out of the speaker, but if the guitar doesn't sound good, it doesn't matter what you put in it. I mean, you can change the tone of any guitar, but if you have a pleasing tone coming from a musical instrument made of the finest quality materials that you can find on planet Earth and painstakingly constructed into a work of art like this, that's what you get. Every pickup that I put in this guitar sounded great. Now, this is my guitar. It is drop dead gorgeous. And you know what? It's got some bling too. It's a guitar for a lifetime. We look forward to hearing from you here at MSA Guitars, because we want to build your dream guitar.